So I want to talk about Watch What Happens live last night. I was on with Bethenny Frankel, and there has been a lot of like rumblings and press and comments and reaction. Yes, and actually, it's not the reaction I thought it would be. There's a lot of I schooled Bethenny and I handled Bethenny and I put Bethenny in her place. I actually don't see it that way. I've known Bethenny for years. I've been on the show with her before. I walked into that studio knowing that this is the person I can have fun with. Yeah. I can throw, in joking insults. I can, poke the bear, and I know that she's going to come back, and she did.
Right. She's smart.
She is smart. She's smart, and she's quick. Well, everything was fine when we left. In fact, I love to read texts and DMs.
And us there in the room, like, we know you and we know how you talk and how you play. Like, none of us thought it was rude. It was just Jeff being Jeff with a fun, with a
It was playful. It was. We thought it was a great show, and everybody was like, "That was fun."
Like, I thought it was so funny last night watching it.
So I felt like she got the zingers in at me too. Like she came for me too, which I loved.
Sure,
I was like loving it. And so after the show, she was very kind. She gave me this beautiful hand painted Christmas ornament that she had purchased in Italy. She gave Monroe a very thoughtful gift. It's what is that thing called?
Squishmallow.
Squishmallow.
She loves it.
She loves it. She carries it around with her. She's been sleeping with it every night. So I sent her a DM. I said, "Hi, I loved seeing you last night. You made me laugh so hard. Thank you so much for the thoughtful holiday gifts. The ornament's beautiful. Monroe loved the pineapple. She slept with it last night, which is so cute. Thank you for your generosity, kissy face." She said, "I'm glad she liked it. It was definitely interesting."
And that was our first inkling that something was weird.
I was like, what? And I just thought, that's a little chilly. But then, and I got a little nervous because, like, I hope she didn't feel insulted by me or anything like that. But then, I think, did I get this morning? Yeah, this morning, I got back to her and I said, "Great show tonight. You're a TV gold. Happy holidays." And she said it was definitely good TV. I had a great time! ! Well, then Shane alerted me to her podcast. What's her podcast called again?
Rewives?
Rewives, yeah.
Rewives. And in the last, I think, 5 minutes, she was very forthright with her interpretation of me. And she said I was mean and I was nasty and I was toxic and all of these things. So I got back to her and I said, "Well, that's not what you said on your podcast." And then she said, I did have fun. It was an ambush light, but I can take it. I was laughing. You came in guns blazing, which is obvious to anyone watching. Not until I heard what everyone else thought did I process it. Okay, so it sounds to me we had a great time, and then people got in her ear, like her shit-stirring assistant Taylor.
She said that. She said, I walked out feeling fine, and my assistant said this, and my daughter was there, and she was like, "That guy was so mean to you." Like, and so then in the last 5 minutes of the podcast, she really said, like, he was nasty, he was rude, he was this.
She said, then she followed up, she said, "But you had an axe to grind with me for reasons unknown. Maybe you and Andy wanted to come for me for a good show." So this is what I wrote to her. I said, "I swear there was nothing behind it. I jabbed at you because I knew you not only could take it, I knew you would give it back to me, and you did so beautifully. I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. It was not my intention at all. As I've said before, I'm amused by you, and I think you're hilarious." So then she called me. She had my number. And we actually had a very nice conversation. We were in the green room. And I apologized. And I said, "Look, I have I have no reactions. Like, for me, like, I keep a very straight face when I'm coming at people. But I really, truly was joking. And
it's like a paralysis.
And
it's
I
like
made
a resting bitch face. Yeah.
Okay.
You're such a bitch.
And I made it very, look, I made it very clear to her. I made it very clear that, look, please accept my sincere apology. This was not my intention. And I think we're good now. I think we're good. I think we buried it. And I was saying, we were talking about this. This is progress because thank God.
I was like,
thank God I've had therapy.
Right. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you would have had a different phone conversation just now and you'd be saying something different on the air.
I would. I probably would say very nasty things. I probably would go after her publicly because I would have been hurt by the last 5 minutes of her podcast, which frankly, I said to her, I said, "Look, and this is true. I feel terrible. Like, the last thing I would want to do is hurt you. Like, I feel bad." She's like, "I don't want you to feel bad. But, the problem is, you get in your head because you start listening to reading all the
noise.
comments and all of that. I literally just came to have a good time. Yes, I have a very kind of no reaction, kind of cold face, but I really just was having fun.
That's the chemicals.
And that was it. And I think it could be. And you're right, it is. It's the fillers and the Botox. No one knows.
Can't show
inside
emotion.
you're
It's
what does he
smiling
mean by
because
that?
you're laughing. But we know you. And listen, I was in the audience. I'm a huge Bethenny fan. I thought this was really fun. The two of you are a perfect match.
Yes.
And if I could quote Bethenny back to herself, go with your gut. She walked out of there thinking that was great and fun and banter. And it's just when you start hearing the other people.
And I really think that is the case because even if you watch the show, her body language was so warm to me. Like she kept putting her hand on my knee and my leg, and like we were kind of leaning into each other, and
You were
we
chatting
laughing
in the break.
together.
She came in and said goodbye to us in the green room after.
We told her about her price tag on her shoe. If we weren't fans, we wouldn't have told her about that.
So this is about what everyone else has said.
Yeah, I think so.